Hey everybody, Eddie here. Just want to take a quick minute and welcome you to this week's house party. We're so excited you guys are partying with us this week, and we're going to jump into some really cool conversations here in just a minute. A couple things that we really encourage you guys to do this week though. The first one is if there's somebody there that you know pretty well, deepen your relationship with them. Just get to know them just a little bit better. The next thing is if there's somebody there that you don't know very well, get a better relationship with them. We believe that circles are better than rows. That means when you and I get in circles and face-to-face conversation, it just helps each other do life better. So we encourage you to do that. Okay, so before we start partying this week, let's get into a couple of quick just general house rules. The first thing is, let's just be respectful of our house parties' homes. The first thing is they probably worked hard to keep it clean or mildly clean for you. There might still be some dog hair on the floor if it were at my house, but let's just keep it clean, don't leave trash anywhere. The second thing is your house party host probably has to get up sometime tomorrow to go to work. So let's not keep it on too late. Let's do this somewhere between 60 to 90 minutes, not too long. The next thing is just have fun. That's the third house rule. So here's Pastors Pat and Kim, and they're going to lead us into this week's conversation.
Hi everybody. Hey, we're so excited that you decided to join a house party. As many of you know, Pastor Pat has started a new series called If Then. It's about the unconditional promises or the conditional promises of God. So as an example, if you delight yourself in the Lord, then He will give you the desires of your heart. We like to focus on the desires of our heart, don't we? But really it says, if we delight ourselves in the Lord. So this series is talking about those sorts of things. So he's going to discuss with you just a little bit of this week's questions and what he covered in the sermon this week.
Yeah, on Sunday, we talked about if I seek, then He reveals. And one of the scriptures we keyed on was from Psalms 27, verse 8, where it says, when you said, seek my face, my heart said to you, Lord, your face will I seek. And we went on and talked about 3 levels of communication. He said to seek my face. The 3 levels of communication are texting, phone calls, and then in-person communication. Now, texting is fine if you just want to ask a question or just convey some basic information. It's convenient, but it's a very low level of communication. I know many times when somebody texts me, I don't get it right away.
It's very true.
And so it's not a lot of real-time communication that can happen with texts. So it's communication, but it's very basic, and it's not real close type of communication.
Right. And oftentimes it's misunderstood with the tone that the text is taken in as well.
Exactly, which brings us to the second level of communication, which is the phone call. Now the phone call, you get not only the information or you get the question, but you also get the tone of voice, you get the emphasis of the words. And so a phone call is higher communication, it's more efficient communication, but it's a little less convenient than just texting. And then the third level of communication then is in-person communication. It's face-to-face communication. Right. And this is more inconvenient, but it's much better communication because not only do you get the words and the question or the comment, but you also get the tone of voice, you get the emphasis of words, but you also get to look at facial expression. You get to see body language. It's a much more full communication than just text or a phone call.
We may not have developed a relationship had we not had the face-to-face.
Exactly. Yeah, we needed the face-to-face to go to sin too. So, and this is what God says when He says, seek my face.
Yes.
It's not just enough to read His word and just to get the basic information. It's very important that we get into God's presence and seek His face and find out what expression He's having when He's communicating these things.
Right, absolutely. So the 3 levels that he just discussed, can you describe, here's a couple of questions we want you to talk about. Can you describe how you might be seeking God right now or in this season that you're in? Are you texting Him? Or are you making a phone call to Him? Or are you really digging in and seeking God's face? So discuss that a little bit. You know, we're all in different places. Some of us, you know, the circumstances of life, I know I've been there. I'm shooting a quick text, to be honest with you. Or I'm picking up the phone call, help God! But really, when I get in there and seek his face, it makes a big difference in my heart and in my life. Which leads us to the next question is, can you give an example of a time when God's revealed something to you, when you've really dug in and you've sought him and you've sought his face? If you would just share that with others today, that would be awesome. So we hope that you are enjoying this series, If Then, and I look forward to learning more in the coming weeks in the series. So we hope that you'll stay connected with your house party group and that you'll grow and build relationships. And remember, circles are better than rows. Thanks a lot. We'll see you on Sunday.